Alright, so whenever I start a game, um, I'm confident in myself and figuring stuff out, but it's kind of a pain in the butt when you're trying to recognize what things are and get it down. So, the main castle is called the command post. This is where you can buff. Sniper view is when you can look for the terrorists, but there aren't any right now, so I hit X. And produce manuals. These are officer XP manuals. The higher you are, the higher XP you can get. So you basically get more XP in the amount of time what it costs food to do it. So this is your research lab where you do your technology. This is your officer quarters where you can choose what officers you want for defending. I haven't really gotten there yet or needed to. Recruit officer shows all the officers, the ones that you have and don't have. And troop info. And this is where you can pick each one and go down the line and adjust the army on them and things like that. Covert ops is where you do the operations, the challenges. You have to have certain requirements for each challenge to put your officers in it, and it's got its own timer and rewards. Workshop is for your gear. You can go to crafting, and there's 4 different sets. You use the little arrows to go over tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it shows what you need. And then also there's produce enhancers. The higher you are, it's basically more enhancer for the time. Even the green ones combine into the blue ones. So then embassy, everybody knows what the embassy is, but it's where you can hold troops defending you and hit help. There's 3 different resources. Sorry, you can hold 5 of each. I just went evenly with it for now, and that's why I'm not going all ham. Up to level 12, based on my honor level, has been free, so that's where I'm at, and I'm slowly maxing out 1 of each. And then down here you can collect. It's right there. It'll pop up when it starts loading up far enough. So then you have your defense station. This is where you can upgrade to get different missiles to help in your defense, so the damage goes up higher they are. Tactics and R&D center I showed in the last video. This is just all the extra skills you can use, and they get stronger by doing the covert ops and hitting terrorists, like monsters or zombies if you're an H or Z player. Then you have 3 different troop buildings, and there's 3 buildings for those. So there's helicopter plant, there's the vehicle plant, and the academy. So helicopter, tank, soldier. Alright, and you don't get to choose where those are. They're already there. Then you have the heliport, which decides how many helicopters you can have. Vehicle depot for your tanks, and so your barracks for your soldiers. So if you start maxing out in that certain troop, you're going to have to increase the building for size. Here's your prison. The higher you are, the more you get payout from the prisoners you have. And there's your depot. You need your depot to a certain level to increase your tiles, in-house tiles. And then your market. Your market is where you get the availability to purchase, but I haven't found any good deals, so I don't really use it. And then secret laboratory, hit breakthrough. It gives you the explanation. You can click don't show for today, so every time until reset it won't show it anymore. There's multiple stages, and that with that message that I just click the box on tells you is that you can only use certain officers, each officer 10 times. So you see the little heart on them with the number? So I'm picking my weakest so that I can go ahead and clear out my stronger officers from the queue. So it gives me another opportunity to use the stronger ones on the higher levels. Now, the only reason you'd use them on lower is to increase your maximum score points. So you do better in a stage, you get more points for it. But as your weaker officers get stronger and your stronger officers get stronger, you're able to sacrifice some points on the lower to use your stronger up higher. I didn't beat my score. Retry on 2. See how I'm taking out my gold officers there, and then I scroll all the way to the bottom and grab my weakest officers once again. I have it on auto skill. I haven't really figured out how to. You just click on the hero once they have the full boost. I think the blue bar. I think you have to wait. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out and then show you. Current score. I just beat the last score by 4 with my weakest officers, which is funny. You hit cancel assignment and take them all off of there. So right now I'm just going through. I want to see if I can do anything on the higher level, but at least do better, because you get a higher payout. It's another thing, just like officer, your commander rank gives you a payout each day. Your rank in this secret laboratory will give you a payout each day. I believe what it's saying is 130 is the maximum, I guess. Cancel assignment. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 of those only had one more stage available. So I have to find where they are and clear them out. They're up further. That means I could replace them with a stronger officer and get a better score up higher. Auto skill. Turn back on. And you can just watch the officers and see how it works. So I guess it maxes out at 130. 5. Go all the way to the bottom. Can't use him. So use her one more time. I guess she's my weakest strong officer. But let's see, what do I have? It's a tank that I'm down. Peter's one of my toughies, but let's go ahead. I actually should have looked at what I'm fighting and decided that way. Looks like tanks and soldiers. I don't see any helicopters. So we got two better. So there's only one more point to get on that stage. Let's see, there's no soldiers, which means we don't need tanks. I got two tanks in here.
Today, your information is more exposed than ever. When you shop, bank, or browse online, you're vulnerable to cyber criminals. More threats demand more protection. That's why your identities are now one. Combining device security, VPN for online.
Now I can go back a stage and see if I'm able to get 130 on it.
Time now for our hits and misses of the week. Kim, first to you.
So this is a miss to the government of New Zealand, which after 102 days being free of the virus, got a cluster that started with 4 cases and immediately shut everything down. No schools, no business, no museums, basically home.
Well, that was a much better score. Before I could only use 3 officers, now I can use 4. So let's go back to B5. Scroll down, and it looks like I got him back. I don't know if I'll be able to get a 130 out of it though, but at least now I'm using a gray and I got my blue guy back. Still at 100%. I think I need to stay at 99%. And 129. Maybe that's the best score that I've made, not the highest score you can get. No tanks, which means I don't need helicopters. Only one helicopter in there, so let's just do it. Nice. Up 70 points. See, my rank's going up. Yeah, it was like 15th, I think. And I'm using all the weakest officers I have.
Less than 24 hours now till the start of a Democratic National Convention that promises to be unlike any election year convention ever. A live look at Milwaukee for the host city there, a nominating event that will take place mostly online due to the coronavirus pandemic. Hello, everyone, and welcome to America's News Headquarters. I'm Arthel Neville. Hi, Eric.
129. Another 18 points.
Senator Kamala Harris for president and vice president. It will largely be a virtual 4-day event. The convention co-chair and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy says the party's message to
Don't need tanks.
is clear.
Got 2 tanks in there.
The theme Uniting America, I think, says it all. We are the Big Tent Party. This is a moment in American history where we've got to put the us versus them in the rearview mirror and
Excuse me. Oh, and this uses stamina, like what you use to hit terrorists. But it says free because I've already beat the stage. So since I'm just fighting it again, it's not costing me any stamina.
Both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to speak a few hundred yards away from where I'm standing in Wilmington. And this afternoon, we're learning more about where other high-profile Democrats are going to be making their remarks to delegates remotely.
And 130.
Well, I am very honored.
Another 39 points.
Asked to speak at the convention. I will be speaking with the Statue of Liberty, looking over my shoulder from the Brooklyn waterfront.
We got all three
Speaking about immigration,
troop types, so.
to New York and to America.
There's not going to be a keynote speaker this year. Instead, the keynote speaker will come from 17 people, including Stacey Abrams, the Pennsylvania Congressman Connor Lamb, and the Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin, as the party hopes to showcase a diverse next generation of Democratic leaders. A big part of this week is also introducing Kamala Harris to voters who might not be sold on her record as a lawmaker or as the Attorney General or as a prosecutor.
I understand why people are distrustful.
97%, not good.
Historically has been unjust and unfair to them. I get that. That's why I chose to become a prosecutor. Because I decided, and you know, it's obvious.
Still up 28 more points.
President Trump's re-election campaign is also planning some counter-programming this week, sending him to 4 swing states.
This entire week starting today, starting this morning, we are really flooding the zone, taking our message to the American people. We're all over the Sunday shows, both the campaign folks as well as the president himself.
Well, let's see.
And all of his surrogates have chosen
There's no tanks, so don't need
Although the Biden and Harris have been down this weekend, no
helicopters.
events. We have not seen them. And the two of them still have also not stood side by side to answer questions about anything since the big announcement that they're the ticket. Eric?
That is going to have to change very shortly. Introducing live in Wilmington, Delaware. Let's get a convention may kick off tomorrow, but the Fox News special coverage starts tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Co-anchors Brett Barrett and Martha McCallan. They'll be previewing what we can expect as well as what President Trump is planning to do as part of his campaign this coming week to answer what the Democrats are doing. Man, oh man, it starts this week right here on Fox News.
Yes, Mom.
Will Eric, no coronavirus aid for millions of unemployed Americans since it expired weeks ago. And with Congress on August recess and President Trump hitting the campaign trail this week, no signs of any progress in stalled talks.
There we go, another 55 points. What's my rank at now? Am I getting anywhere? Yep. Alright, there's no helicopters. So, don't need soldiers. There. Damn it, helicopters are chasing tanks. Sorry, I'm trying to get a pressure washer for our business. So, if I'm not fighting soldiers, then I don't need tanks. And I can use lots of helicopters.
I think we've done very well. We've had 3 phases. We're into phase 1. We've gotten everything we wanted. And we've also gotten a great economy. My people are doing very good. And when people call me, they're in the office, they call me when it's right. Nobody knows the deal better than I do. When it's right, I'll meet. But right now, it's not right.
The president also taking questions about the Postal Service. You heard a lot about the USPS ahead of the election. Millions of people are expected to send ballots in the mail. Fox News has confirmed the Inspector General of the Postal Service is investigating
Soldier in there.
the man at the helm, Postmaster General named Louis DeJoy, handpicked by the president. Yesterday,
Spank him.
President Trump defended Mr. DeJoy, arguing that he is actually helping to streamline the agency. Yesterday at a news conference primarily about the Postal Service, a question kind of out of left field about a potential pardon of Edward Snowden. Now, Edward Snowden is the man who leaked classified information in 2013 for billions to see online. You see him right there. Without committing to a yes or no answer, the president said he would look into a possible
127 will do for now.
Indeed, David Scott in Bridgewater.
My rank is climbing.
Well, condolences are coming in from President
No
Trump.
soldiers.
Last night that his younger
So
brother
the effective troop on soldiers is tanks.
illness. Of course, today,
Don't have to have
Secretary
to worry about tanks.
recently after he fell. The president last saw his brother, whom he called his best friend, day before yesterday on Friday, when he visited him in a New York City hospital. The White House has not announced the official cause of death. Robert kept a lower profile than his brother, but nevertheless, he was really well known in New York, especially during the years when he was married to socialite Blaine Trump, and he was part of the family business. The president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, says it is a difficult time for the whole family.
Now, the president loved his brother very much, and he was able to see him the day before yesterday, and his brother was very proud of him, and obviously a very tough moment for the president, but he's looking forward to continuing to do great things and make his brother proud.
Representative Democratic nominee Joe Biden tweeting this to the president today, quote, "I know the tremendous pain of losing a loved one, and I know how important family is in moments like these. I hope you know that our prayers are with you all." Robert Trump was 71 years old. He is survived by his wife, Anne Marie. Our condolences and sympathy go out to the president, of course, and the whole Trump family.
No tanks.
His two sisters.
So don't need helicopters.
I want to extend my condolences as well to President Trump and his family. Meanwhile, at least 4 people are dead and 19 are hurt after gunfire erupted across Cincinnati overnight. Most of the shootings coming in a 60 to 90 minute span, but police say they seem to be separate incidents. Aisha Hussein is live in New York City, which has also been seeing a spike in violence. Aisha, tell us more, please.
Hi, Arthel. We're following
Watch out for the missiles, you fools.
Texas, where gunfire just erupted a few hours ago at a flea market in San Antonio. Here's what we know so far. 5 people were shot and everyone in the area was evacuated. Police say there were multiple shooters involved here. Listen.
Nice.
Gang members or just people who knew each other or did know each other. But apparently, it looks like it's a result of some type of argument. There were multiple shooters, to include a security
So I need helicopters
on fire,
and tanks.
people that were shooting.
In Cincinnati, a devastatingly violent night there. 19 people were shot and up to 4 people killed this morning. Gun violence in Cincinnati
Excuse me.
is on track to be the worst year for homicides in that city. A Chicago protest turned violent yesterday near downtown, leaving 17 officers injured. 2 people, protesters were injured as well. On CBS's Face the Nation this morning, Mayor Lori Lightfoot was praising Chicago police. Listen.
What we've also seen is people who have embedded themselves in these seemingly peaceful protests and come for a fight. So what happened
Really, I've been talking about that for a long time. Only 2-point increase on that one.
Peaceful protest.
And in Portland, 4 people were taken into custody after
Okay.
police declared a riot there. Protesters throwing softballs,
I need
knives,
soldiers
bottles at police.
and helicopters.
Counter-protesters showed up and they were throwing paintballs and pepper spray right back at that crowd. Back here in New York City, another violent night once again. 3 people killed this time, 17 more injured, and 12 shootings across the city. Really capping off a violent weekend in which we saw a corrections officer, Arthel, shot and killed earlier in the weekend. Arthel?
Aisha Hussein, they're live in New York City. Thank you, Aisha.
Well, on the other side of the country, triple-digit heat and low humidity fueling wildfires continue to rage around California. Right now,
Nice.
thousands remain in the dark this weekend as utility companies are shutting off power to prevent even more fires. It is the state's first rolling blackouts in nearly 20 years. Christina Coleman is live in Los Angeles with the latest developments. Christina?
I need tanks and soldiers.
These raging wildfires are major concerns right now as this intense heat continues to blanket the region. Dry lightning storms, which are very unusual for the Bay Area, are making
You notice I'm always picking my weakest officers. No way, it's less work for me to do later.
Mandatory evacuations are now in place for the rapidly spreading Loyalton fire. The National Weather Service issued a rare fire tornado or firenado warning for the Loyalton fire. That extreme fire behavior involves rotating columns of flames.
Increase of 7.
California border outside of Reno and has scorched at least 20,000 acres. It's only 5% contained. Now this is just one of several wildfires here in California.
We need helicopters and tanks.
All our reserve engines, so all the extra engines that we have that aren't used at all times are all being staffed. All of our hand crews are all being staffed.
The Grizzly Creek fire near Denver, Colorado has burned more than 25,000 acres and forced the shutdown of a portion of I-70, the state's main east to west artery. The interstate shutdown is straining local and regional supply chains, and heat is also putting a strain on the power grid. It dictated again last night, forcing the state's power grid a stage 3 emergency to conserve energy. The blackout lasted for about 20 minutes.
Did better this time.
There were rotating power outages throughout the state on Friday, too. A stage 3 emergency like this has not been in California for nearly 20 years. Also, the warning is going to remain in
Oh, and you get another prize once you hit a certain amount of points.
lightning is expected tonight, which could lead to even more wildfires in this state.
Fire, tornado, those conditions unimaginable. Christina.
I need soldiers and helicopters.
Sweaty hats, or big balloon drop at this year's Democratic convention. So what will Joe Biden do to drum up enthusiasm? How much momentum will he
Shoot the tank. You'd be shooting stuff that ain't shooting you. Another 11, boys. I need 68 more points. Alright, need all 3.
Two separate qualifying stays and earn a free night.
Let's see how we do.
Choice Hotels is there. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
I could have gone through and put my T8 soldiers in under these officers, but I didn't. Originally, the video wasn't supposed to be about this, so I didn't put any thought into it, really.
People across America trust Nutrisystem because we deliver your favorite foods made healthier right to your door. It's convenient home delivery of delicious meals and snacks to help you stay healthy. We're here for you now. Get 50% off a month of meals and 50%
I went down.
off shakes with probiotics to help support your immunity. Go online or call 888-573-SIZE to save 50% on a month of meals and 50% on a month of shakes.
Sleep help support immune function? Only REM Fresh uses ion-powered melatonin to deliver up to 7 hours of sleep support. #1 sleep doctor recommended REM Fresh, your nightly sleep companion. Available at these fine retailers.
3-star. Let's see if she can help.
I didn't know where to start. Silver Singles made it easy for me to get back into dating.
Over 1 million singles trust Silver Singles to get back into dating. Signing up is easy. Start your search today at silversingles.com.
She's gray, but she's 3-star.
Without the commission, so you can start investing today, wherever you are. Even hanging with your dog.
My daughter's waking up.
Download
I can hear her.
Stock on us. Robinhood.
Who is Kamala Harris?
She's not moderate.
Much better.
Just like the New York Times and the others are trying to tell you.
Mark's guests on the mainstream media won't reveal about the BBA, unlike the women.
I need soldiers and tanks.
Look, unauthorized guests.
Looks like Charlie sent the little party.
Okay, the easy way or the hard way?
The easy way?
You got Xfinity Xbox, so you can pause the Wi-Fi from here. Look, kill the smart speaker.
Oh, and having one real strong officer with 3 really weak ones actually is a big deal. It helps a lot, so sometimes sacrificing a strong officer for the stage might be the way to do it. Let's see how this turns out, because it seems like I'm getting my butt whooped.
How do you feel about sharing the stage with John Kasich?
Well, John will do his thing. I will do my thing. I expect there'll be different type speeches. But we are united. That's
Let's retry it.
Biden has to be elected.
No, okay.
Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders on Meet the Press this morning on sharing the Democratic convention stage with Republican John Kasich, former governor of Ohio. Now that's only one unusual feature of the convention, kicking off tomorrow with a primetime keynote speech from former First Lady Michelle Obama. Milwaukee is the official host city, but due to the coronavirus, it will take place mostly online. And Joe Biden is expected to give his acceptance speech from Wilmington, Delaware. Here to preview the convention, Democratic Congresswoman of Nevada, Dina Titus. She's also a Biden surrogate and sits on the House committees for
No, I want another soldier.
Foreign Affairs and Homeland Security. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you could give us a little bit of a behind-the-scenes peek at what went into planning an online convention, you know, from the parts that made everyone sweat to aspects that were easier than
Bank 'em.
expected.
Well, this has been a very unusual campaign season. No door knocking, no handshaking, baby kissing. And the convention is the same way, but we're pretty excited about it. Starting out with Michelle Obama, we're going to have a lot of people involved from all walks of life, from all parts of the country, using the latest technology, which I think people are going to find more exciting and more interesting to watch than just the old
Did I do better?
politicians speaking behind a podium.
Okay, well, listen, one aspect that will be different.
Yeah.
Former Republican governor of Ohio, John Kasich, who was mentioned as a headline speaker. We just heard, from Senator Sanders had to say about that. Why John Kasich?
Well, I think the choice is a good one.
Tanks
John Kasich
and helicopters.
represented all the walks of life, the ordinary people from ordinary jobs from all parts of the country, and they're all telling the same story. How Biden can put together a broad coalition.
I understand you're going to have all walks of life. I was just wondering, you've got the former Republican governor of Ohio. Why John Kasich?
I think it's a good choice. It's been others. The planning committee thought that he had a good message to tell, and he is certainly in agreement with the Democrats on a number of things and not supporting this Republican president.
Well, 78 days till election day. President Trump has kicked into high gear his criticism of the USPS, and he's raising concerns about mail-in voting. Last Tuesday, you wrote an op-ed.
Uh-oh. I got beat up. Well, it's much better. I got my prize. So, I need helicopters and soldiers. And still, I'm using my weakest. Majority, anyway. Let's see how I do. seem to be doing pretty good. Up 63. Tanks and soldiers. Come on, fire. No. You guys are getting owned. Don't go into the 70s. What's wrong with you? All them helicopters. I went up. Let's see. Let's just go with it for now. I was thinking about adding more to attack the helicopters. So there's no helicopters, which means that my tanks are in good shape. Hold on. I'm confusing myself as I'm trying to think this through, because there's going to be another step to the strategy. Instead of just saying, okay, there's no helicopters, so using soldiers isn't necessary. But tanks are strong on soldiers. Man, it'll come to me. So there's no helicopters, so you use lots of tanks. Lots of tanks are strong on soldiers. Let's try that. I don't need, I can use a helicopter, and let's just use another helicopter. Come on, don't make me look like a dummy. Making me look like a dummy. Letting missiles just fly at you. What's strong on soldiers? I need heavier on tanks. I just got owned. Well, it went up, but let's retry. Cancel assignment. No helicopters, so I don't need soldiers. And nothing strong on tanks. So, tank, 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 And let's just add in a helicopter. Now, this should be much better. Or I'm an idiot. How much did my score go up? Another 29 points. I'll take it. How close am I to 3,000? Now I need 98 more points. No soldiers, so I don't need tanks. And I want to use extra helicopters. So 3 helicopter, 1 soldier. Let's see how this one works. You guys better get to killing. Hit them tanks. Wonder why they didn't even start firing. Alright, retry. Let's get even more points on that. Use a little bit more more strength.
So Phil, I guess it does kick off tomorrow afternoon in Oshkosh, and the tour is called, quote, Joe Biden's failures on jobs and the economy. I mean, talk about, counter-punching and punching back. What do you expect from the President's Week?
Well, I think what we're about to see is rear guard action during the age of the coronavirus.
Only one more
He's going to be showing up in the back of the Democratic National Convention.
Need 78 more points. No tanks, so I don't need helicopters. Shit, sorry. No tanks, so I don't need helicopters. Go stronger on tanks. see how we do.
He was able to capitalize so much in 2016. So he's going to be making that argument, and he's not going to be leaving anything on the table for Democrats.
Yeah, on Thursday, the day which will be Joe Biden's shining day.
Damn.
He accepts the nomination of
That hurt.
nomination for President of the United States. Well, at 3 p.m. A few hours
Already
before
knocked
the
her
Vice
out.
President speaks, the President of the United States will be right outside of Scranton, Biden's hometown, and that is being called, quote, a half-century of Joe Biden failing America. So there you have a contrast that the president is trying to show. A half-century, meaning that Joe Biden has been in public service for a long time. His supporters say that's tremendous.
Didn't even win. Who got knocked out? I'm going to start using some stronger officers since I'm getting down to the last couple. Man, they hit hard. This one's tough. This is heavy helicopters. I need more soldiers.
Well, and this comes not only after the Middle East peace plan that he announced last week, but it also comes after Iranian oil tankers were seized on their way to Venezuela. This is an opportunity to
Okay.
his foreign policy.
Retry.
As Biden, continues to argue that he's the
Replace
guy
the tank with a soldier.
normalcy on the world stage. This is going to be a contrast that the administration wants. It is a question now. It's stage playing at this point whether or not they can pull this show off. And again, while things do return more and more to normal, I think that a lot of Americans are going to be tuning in.
Well, sorry, I had to feed my dog. I did do better. I was right about the soldiers. I'm learning this game quick. Okay, no helicopters, so I don't need soldiers.
Safe driver say 40%. That's safe driver say 40%.
It is. That safe driver say 40%. It's right there. It's him. He's here.
It's right here. Hi. That's totally him.
It's him.
That's totally him.
Safe drivers do save 40%. Click or call for a quote today.
I wanted to tell you about my great-grandmother. She was not able to vote in her lifetime, but I wanted to honor all that she had
Let's just see how we do. Just pick the weakest. Let's see what they have the most of. Lots of tanks.
Your prescription comes to $72 and
That's larceny.
I know.
This is outrageous. Something must be done to control prescription drug prices.
That machine went on viral rapid.
People can't choose between paying
So what's it tell them about single care?
Single care, Martin.
single care, Dad, and drive prescription costs down. Are you talking about the single care app?
So the tanks.
Save up to 80% with single care.
You knew about this?
You want to interrupt, but like a West Wing moment.
Take 10 seconds to lower the cost of your prescriptions.
I mean,
10,150.
more helicopter.
Sell us your card today.
No.
They're stronger helicopter.
I sold my cottage room just like that.
To sell your car and get an offer in minutes.
Let's see how this goes.
You have advanced brew shops and Cabela's during the Fall Hunting Classic. You're
This video is taking a while, but we're learning a lot.
than ever. When you shop, bank, or browse online, you're vulnerable to cyber criminals. More threats demand more protection. That's why Norton and LifeLock are now one, combining device security, VPN for online privacy, and LifeLock identity theft protection, backed by $1 million protection package. Get all in one.
Did I do worse?
People across America trust Nutrisystem because we deliver your favorite foods made healthier right to your door. It's convenient home delivery of delicious meals and snacks.
I lost one.
We're here for you now. Get 50%
I wonder why my gold officer is the one that died.
to help support your immunity. Go online or call 888-573.
Probably because she's weak, still being built.
Looking to refinance your mortgage? The first thing you want to do, find out how much your home is worth.
Just go to ownerly.com, enter the address, and see the home value instantly. Come to ownerly.com and see what your home is worth for free.
From muscle pain, body aches, strain, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. It's unique.
Let's put a strong tank on there. Let's see the difference in this one.
Well, the city council in Austin, Texas has slashed $150 million from the police department, roughly one-third of its budget. This comes after months of protests calling for racial justice and defunding the police. Some of the money will go towards other community services such as